What are the top two tech sectors that we're most excited about and think that the audience can get the biggest gains
Yeah.
in the next few years to come?
Number one, I said on stage yesterday, but whoever dominates quantum computing.
Mm.
So we already have chips, we already have GPUs. The next big innovation will be quantum computing. So Google's racing there. When I was like reading a bunch of white papers, the next race, because most people like missed out on AI, a bunch missed out on the chips. The next big island that everyone wants to dominate is quantum computing. So whoever gets there first. So it's going to be a race between Microsoft, Meta, Google, Amazon.
Mhm.
That's why I always say the biggest players are going to continue to get bigger. Now, if NVIDIA or Tesla can go there and grab that land first, that will send that stock up probably another 500 or 600%. And then in the sciences space, even though the genomic space has been tricky, I'm really interested in some of the companies that can actually bring cures for diseases like genetic sequencing. And there are a couple publicly traded companies that people have talked about before, but they haven't delivered. That's the next space that I see Eli Lilly, Merck, Moderna wants to try and make their comeback. If they can get that sequencing down to really allow people to live longer and have a healthier life by doing so, those are the two spaces that everyone thinks will give you like a 10x or a 15x return.
Yeah, I think I'll just add. I think we're still in the moment of generative AI.
Yeah.
Just because it's so new and it's still in the infancy stages. I think one of the things you just a point that you brought up is important. As OpenAI just announced that they're going to do their business enterprise.
Oh man,
tier.
it's game set match.
You can see it now, right? Like
Yes.
it's all right. Well, now we're going into the business forefront. That's going to change the landscape of how business does. But the also part that is the medical field.
Absolutely.
How do we make this more efficient, right? Like I need to have data. I need to have it now.
Yeah.
I don't have time to run to the shelf, go to my, like we need it on
We
the
need
spot.
way more efficiency.
It needs to be way more efficient. And so I think as we see more companies being created, obviously some of them are not going to make it, but they're going to be a few that are going to be presented over the next few years or so. They're going to be the ones.
Absolutely.
Because like I said, ChatGPT is cool,
Yeah.
but it's the first venture into the space.
Yeah, first
Right? We
iteration.
know what happens, right? The people get to watch it. They say, all right, let's improve on what they did. Let's add it. Let's do it for this sector specifically. So I think the generative AI piece is something that,
Yeah.
if we're talking about somebody that's new into investing and they can see the immediate impact and effects, I think that's a space that we still gotta. I know it's new and it's fresh, but we have to stay educated on it and stay up to date with what's happening because it's going to be the game changer for our generation.
I agree. And Novogratz said on stage, we have like 10 more months of this AI bubble before it pops, and then you're going to see a new crop of companies with
Right.
like this is like the AOL version of the internet of AI. It's like
Right.
the greatest companies in the AI space haven't even been created yet. Y'all know a guy who's a dominant player. I can't wait till you come on the show. But there's a bunch of companies that are making some stuff in AI that is truly going to change the world. Great move by OpenAI to finally go to enterprise since they got all the personal data on the consumer side. But we really are looking at companies to make everything more efficient. Like it's needed. Like you're either going to have to save costs, increase revenue, or increase productivity. But the company that does all of them, I would be looking out to see if Salesforce makes a play there, and also Adobe, what they're going to do there. But in about 14 to 16 months, we should see some big players come out of the woodworks that helps drive the economy a lot more. So that's what I'll be focused on.
We don't talk about Adobe enough.
No, they're a quiet killer. They are just a quiet killer. Everyone who's a creative in that space, what they've been doing in the cloud and some of the pieces that they've added to Photoshop and like the podcasting software has been great. But that's just the first step. Like the race is now, what can I do to help businesses be more efficient and don't have to think? Sort of like on Market Mondays, we took away 40 hours of research a month and just told you, buy here, these are the ones to buy. Now imagine if Adobe could do that for all your creation. And now you can create multiple shows, multiple podcasts.
Yeah.
And Salesforce, if they can do the same, or Infusionsoft or HubSpot, can do it, they are going to be some ones that are going to like dominate the space for years to come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you?
Yeah.